He's accompanied by his parents. Father's name is Malcolm Strom.
I'll scoot if she wants to sit. You can. I can scoot.
Next, I'd like to call up Sue Massica, Intermountain Regional Director, National Park Service. Understand she's unable to make it. Alexa Roberts, Superintendent for the Sand Creek Massacre National Historic Site. Read a letter from the Secretary.
To the descendants of the Sand Creek Massacre and their supporters, I warmly greet all of you who traveled here for this remembrance of the tragic Sand Creek Massacre of Cheyenne and Arapaho people. I regret I am unable to be with you today in person. As the chair of the White House Council on Native American Affairs, I am in Washington, D.C. today, helping President Obama host the 6th Annual White House Tribal Nations Conference, where top-ranking administration officials are meeting with tribal leaders from across Indian country. My cabinet colleagues and I are engaging with hundreds of tribal leaders and Native youth on how we can help Indian country build stronger, more resilient communities. While we cannot change the past, together we can work to change the direction of our future. What happened at Sand Creek 150 years ago was senseless, inhumane brutality, one of the most despicable events in our nation's history, and we cannot and should not allow this dark chapter to fade from the American conscience. Hundreds of Native elders, women, and children were brutally attacked and killed, and we must remember these horrendous wrongs so that they will never be repeated. From a historical perspective, it should be encouraging to all of us that the United States abandoned its campaign of forced relocation, settlement, and assimilation of tribal members, and adopted the path of reasoned discourse with our nation's first Americans and self-determination for tribal communities. We are engaged in a new chapter of our government-to-government relationship. The key pillars of this positive and proactive strategy are listening to tribal concerns and working together to build a better future for Indian country. As Secretary of the Interior, it is my solemn duty to uphold and strengthen the United States government's sacred trust responsibility to 566 federally recognized tribes and to work with their leaders to empower tribal self-government and self-determination. I pledge to continue listening and learning from the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes on how we can build a better foundation for our future generations. Sincerely, Sally Jewell, Secretary of the Interior. And now I'm pleased to introduce the Director of the Intermountain Region of the National Park Service, Sue Massica.
The National Park Service is immensely proud and humbled to work with our Cheyenne and Arapaho tribal partners in the state and the local community in the management of the Sand Creek National Park.